Earlier this year, the Nebraska School Activity Association, which oversees high school sports in the state, officially recognized girls wrestling as a sanctioned sport. Previously, girls could wrestle but would be forced to match up against boys. Well, now, as 3 News Now reporter tells us, in today's Positively the Heartland, schools all across the metro are adding girls programs.
Omaha Central has solidified themselves as one of the top wrestling programs in Omaha Metro, with dozens of state champions from the last few years, dating back all the way to the 1930s. Now the program is expanding, as girls will have their own team.
I was a little surprised that it's taken this long for wrestling, not just to get to Nebraska, but to get to the entire United States. I mean, we've had Title IX since 1972. Surely we could have had a wrestling program before then.
In the past, girls would have to take on boys if they wanted to wrestle in high school.
I've had girls in the past say, I would like to wrestle, but I don't want to wrestle that guy.
I knew my parents probably wouldn't let me wrestle if I was wrestling against boys, so when Mr. Foster told me that there was going to be a girls team, I got on it right away.
And that's Sylvia Barnes, who said she wanted to compete after watching her brothers wrestle at Central.
I want to get in a sport that I can be proud of myself with, and it's more of like a new start since I haven't wrestled before.
Jimmy Foster has been coach of the program since 1997. He says girls now have one less barrier holding them back, and more student athletes can learn valuable lessons that wrestling gives.
You can train all week long, do everything you're supposed to, work as hard as you possibly can, and still lose that wrestling match. So when you come back to practice on Monday, how do you respond to that?
As for Barnes, she's now recruiting girls for Coach Foster's program, and she's had some success.
Mostly a positive response and gotten people to join.
She's hoping to learn the sport this year, and then aim to make it to the CHI Health Center for state next year.
Get some wins in, experience, so next year when I'm a senior, I can be a lot more prepared and maybe put going to state as my goal.
For Positively the Heartland, I'm John Kipper.